We've been looking at bus conversions and bus designs for quite a few years now. It started out as just entertainment, it then became a dream, and now a reality.
And now we've got to figure out how we're going to finish our floor plan and what we're going to include in it. This was a perfect time for us to go back and look at all the photos we pinned, all the bookmarks of videos of other conversions and remodels.
So in this video, we want to show you 8 bus conversions that have inspired our design. This is Louisa of Wild Bus Films and her 2004 Thomas-built Skoolie. It's not just her home on wheels, it is also an off-grid mobile production unit covering stories of all things wild in the Pacific Northwest. She has some amazing woodwork art in her bus, which is super cool. But what really drew us to her bus is the skylights.
Yeah, when I saw this, I was so excited. Just the idea that you can actually put giant holes in the roof of your bus and let all that light in.
Yeah, it really opens up the space, having that natural light coming in, and it just makes it feel more spacious.
Yeah, as architects would say, you're bringing the outside into the space.
Yeah.
But it also would save us on using so much electricity by just letting natural light in and not having to turn lights on all the time.
And I think the way hers are done with the metal frames just look really clean.
Speaking of metal, the other thing that we liked a lot about this bus is the bathtub.
I have wanted to have a bathtub in the bus. I know I probably won't get to use it a whole bunch, but to be able to occasionally take a bath would be amazing. And she's using a galvanized feeding trough as a bathtub.
I wasn't so hot on having a bathtub because I thought, when are we gonna ever have that much water? But then I looked to see how much these things are, and it's significantly less expensive than buying prefabricated shower installation or trying to create our own. So I'm on board with it.
Yeah, I love the look that it creates. It gives it that rustic feel. You can see she has painted the inside of it with a sort of enamel paint, so it probably feels nicer on the skin, but on the outside it still has that cool rustic look.
Yeah. You know, one of the first Skoolies that I really liked the design of was Gabriel and Debbie of the Maze team. They have a 2000 Thomas 40-foot school bus conversion. They're not living in the bus now. I think they're renovating a small house. But what I liked about going back and looking through their photos is seeing the in-progress photo. Because when you see the kitchen with just the woodwork and cabinetry in, it looks really rough, and I know we're gonna be at that point when we put the cabinets up and we're like, what the hell are we doing? But then seeing it finished is so light and bright and inspiring to me.
Yeah, just to see the process that it has to go through before it looks good.
Yeah.
This was the first L-shaped kitchen design we came across, and we really fell in love with an L-shape in a bus conversion. We were not a fan of the galley style kitchen. I know that it might work really well in certain buses. The galleyway makes me feel a little claustrophobic, and I like the way the L-shape kind of opens up that living area and kitchen space.
Yeah, the other thing that having that kitchen in an L shape did is it made a side hallway, which I hadn't really seen too many of at the time. So that was something we kept in our minds.
I also really like how white and light and bright their design is. They are known for being minimalists, and they create a very clean look. And I think for me that's another thing that's important in a tiny space, is to have it look very clean, because I think it can look cluttered very easily. This is Sarah and Stephanie, who converted their 2003 Ford E550 Super Duty shuttle bus. These digital nomads and their 2 dogs travel full-time in their bus, the Solbus.
Yeah, when Mela showed me this, I was pretty excited because it's got this nice countertop here, but then a monitor comes up out of the top of it, and I just thought that was such a great use of the space, because I know I'm gonna need to work, I'm gonna need to have a computer set up, or we're gonna have to watch TV, and then having a monitor to be able to go away and open up that window space again, that seemed like such a great design.
Yeah, we definitely didn't want the TV to be blocking our view. They also have an electric fireplace built into the entertainment center, which we really like the look of that. Their bus is a lot smaller than ours, but I really like their aesthetics. I just think they've got some really neat design features in this small bus. We had talked about creating a sofa that could pull out into an L couch or a sofa bed, and we had this thought, and then when we saw what they've done with their couch, we were like, that's exactly what we want to do. That's awesome. They actually have 9 different configurations that they can turn their bed or sofa into. We don't need all 9 configurations necessarily, but I think it's amazing that they've figured out a way to do this.
But it's also nice that it converts into a bed in case we host guests. When we first got our bus and started sharing our demolition videos, we were really lucky to connect with Whitney and Andrew, and they have an MCI DL3, which is the same bus as we have, it's just 5 foot longer. So it was really inspiring to connect with them, talk with them about their conversion process, and also be able to see what our specific bus might look like in a conversion.
Yeah, I think I started jumping up and down when I saw their bus on Instagram because they have that L-shaped kitchen. Knowing how it'll work in our exact bus and what it'll look like was great. We were like, oh yes, that's what it's gonna be. That's amazing. It looks great. They've got that white, light, bright look that we really like, and we can see how it's going to work in a bus.
The other thing that I thought was great is they have a photo on Instagram with their daughter sitting on a rug in the kitchen, and you can see they kept all the windows down the passenger side of their bus. So we really want to keep as many windows as possible.
You know what they have there? That's the dishwasher we've been trying to buy. We wrote 4 times. Somebody actually got it, so there is hope. This is Katie and Eric of Mountain Modern Life. They're not in a bus, but they are in an RV that they have renovated themselves. And their website and YouTube channel is full of great DIY builds, how-to videos, and other tiny living inspirations. I love how they have mixed a rustic look with a modern look. The combination of the two really excites me.
She completely gravitates toward that super white, clean, streamlined, but with little rustic features. And then we saw they had a video of their fireplace and their TV lift as well.
Yeah, it's basically the same design as the Solbus. They have some great how-to videos on how they built it too.
The other thing they had is the ability to make a full-size table.
Yeah, it just pulls out from above the fireplace. So that's a massive table, which is amazing. I don't know if we'll make a table quite that big. We're definitely going to consider copying something similar for our entertainment center.
Started following Justin and Val and their Gilligan Phantom school bus conversion right when they started, and we watched the whole thing for entertainment. And now that we're actually building our bus, I'm revisiting their videos to find not only inspiration but details as to how they were able to pull off some of the things they did. One of the things I've been watching recently as we prepare to work on the roof is how Justin installed roof rails for a roof rack for not only solar power but a rooftop deck. Now when we look at things we have to have in our bus, a rooftop deck was never really one of them. But after spending summer in the bus with the heat beating down on the bus, I think we'll put a rooftop deck up, if nothing else, just to keep another layer between us and the sun's harsh rays. Just like with Wild Bus Films inspiration, we got the skylights. Justin has a video where he shares how he replaced his emergency exit with a boat hatch. It's clear, you can see through it, and I thought that was pretty inspiring. Might be a very easy way for us to get a skylight into the bus.
They have some great mood lighting by putting LED strip lights along where the wall and the ceiling meet. I think this is something we definitely want to include. We'll have other lighting too, so you can see clearly if you're reading or working on the computer, but we like the opportunity to just have mood lighting in the bus too. Nick and Frankie have a 40-foot Bluebird Skoolie, and this is probably my favorite bus conversion design. They call themselves Happy Homebodies, and they sure do look happy in this spacious tiny home. We learned about the Nebbia shower from them.
Yeah, the Nebbia shower head is a technology that's been developed that will utilize a lot less water for you in your shower, but enable you to actually still get clean and feel like you're clean. This is important to us because we're gonna have a limited amount of water when we're on the bus, but also because we'd like to move towards less waste of water in our everyday life. Oh, this is the photo of when they first finished their bus.
Yeah, and you can see they've got the look that we've been drawn to in other designs. It's white, it's light, it's bright and spacious. But once they decorated it and brought a little bit of flair into it, they've really cozied up the space. I really like how they've got plants in there, and the warm wood tones warm it up a lot.
Now, one of the first bus conversion couples I started following was Cherie and Chris of Technomadia, and they have a gorgeous 1961 GM bus. This bus is what got me looking at early GM buses and then MCI Greyhound buses, which actually led us to the bus we have now. And the other thing that inspired us with their floor plan is the way that their bathroom is set up. Those doors actually open into their center hallway.
What we loved about this one is a small side bath behind these doors here, but both of these doors open up, and you've got a somewhat so it can convert to full width
and extend the bathroom space. I thought that was pretty cool use of space. And those doors, of course, have cat doors in them.
The doors are designed to seal off the hallway, but the cat doors keep it accessible.
If you've been following us, you'll probably know we have 3 cats, so we're definitely trying to incorporate into our design how to make this a good home for our 3 cats too.
Cherie and Chris also run MIA, that's the Mobile Internet Aficionados. It's a membership website that has news, information, and a forum. We've been a member for over a year to help us get information on how to best go mobile and our internet solutions. I recommend you check it out if you're a nomad on the go that needs internet services.
We will put links below of everybody's YouTube, website, Instagram, and so on, so that you can go and check out their awesome designs and learn more about them. And we want to give a big shout out to these conversions. They've been hugely inspirational to us.
And a big thank you to all of them for letting us use the videos and photos to share with you in this video.
As we continue to work out the details of our floor plan, we found a solution to something that was bothering us with our subfloor. It has a little give. It's not terrible, but you still feel it kind of sink with you.
We can now advise anyone who's converting an MCI bus like ours on the best way to approach installing a subfloor. But we'll share that with you next time. I got to say it this time.